Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and today I'll be showing you how to grow hot peppers from seed. In the year 2020, I've decided to use a seed starting tray that I purchased at Home Depot. It is intended to provide you with everything you need to get plants established from seeds. It comes with a 36 cell tray, soil pods, and a water tray in which you can water your new seedlings from underneath. After adding a little water according to the instructions in the package, there's no way I can see all of the cells being full of soil. I think it's imperative to maximize soil space for your seedlings to stretch their roots out and really establish a good growing foundation. With that being said, I initially added some perlite to each cell to try to expand the soil a little bit more. Perlite is a form of glass, specifically a volcanic glass that is mined and then heated in big ovens until it pops into a round white material that is used in seed starting and potting mixtures to lighten the soil, allow more air around the roots of plants to help retain water and improve drainage. You can find perlite at almost any home improvement or plant center. As you can see, there's still a significant amount of space in each of these starting cells, and I'm going to have to add some more soil. Again, it's important that these cells are packed tightly with enough soil to support your seedlings. This is going to help you in the coming weeks when it comes to transferring your seedlings into bigger pots. So I have here a few cups of potting mix. The potting mix has a little bit of perlite already, but I'll be adding just a bit more for my own sake to ensure proper drainage. Then you simply add the soil to the remaining space in the starter cells and make sure you pack it in tight. Now it's time to identify what you're going to be planting and where the seeds will go. I created a spreadsheet to help me stay organized because last season I had a lot of mislabeled plants and it caused a lot of confusion. I don't want to repeat that. My spreadsheet is a mirror image of my 36 cell starter kit. The starter kit has its 4 sides labeled A, B, C, and D. That will also aid in my organization if for some reason the tray was to get accidentally turned around. Organization is especially important this year because I am growing both a sweet and a hot version of the Scotch bonnet, and I don't want someone who isn't used to the heat accidentally biting into a hot pepper. Here's a quick glance of the different varieties I plan on growing. Feel free to pause and take a closer look. Here I have the seeds of the peppers I'm growing this year. They were sourced from many different growers across the country. They are in separate Ziploc bags, and each bag is labeled appropriately. The first seeds I'll be planting are pimento peppers. Identify which seed cell they will be sown, and push everything off to the side to ensure nothing gets mixed up. This year, I'll be placing 4 to 5 seeds in each cell. I want to guarantee that every variety is represented, and I maximize my germination rate. If you only plant one seed and it happens to be a dud, then you'll have to start over. Place the seeds on top of the soil until every cell has seeds. If you bury your seeds at this point, you can easily mix up the cells and accidentally plant double the seeds in each cell. After every cell has seeds, you can go through and start to bury them. Just be extremely careful when pushing these seeds under because you don't want to crack the seeds. You don't need to bury them very deep. 1/8 of an inch will be sufficient. Then carefully cover the seeds with a little bit of soil. The intent here is to establish an environment where the seeds can be warm and moist throughout the germination process. The germination process takes about 7 to 10 days in ideal conditions. Super hot varieties are a little bit more finicky and sometimes can take a bit longer. In some cases, more than 30 days. So just be patient. Only one variety I'm growing this year falls into the super hot category. That is the Scotch Brain. As you can see, I'm burying them now. It is a cross between a Scotch bonnet and a 7-pot brain strain, so we will see how long that variety will take to germinate. This is what your tray should look like after every seed is sown and buried. You shouldn't be able to see any seeds above the soil, and everything should be buried nicely. We are now ready to move this tray down to my grow tent in the basement. Alright guys, here I am down in my grow room. I just put the seedling starter tray down here, along with everything else that I'm overwintering and the other projects I'm working on. Basically what I did after I sowed the seeds is I sprinkled a little bit more soil on top, just to give it a little bit more covering. Right now I'm going to mist it. A good soaking to really get those seeds nice and moist and really get that moisture all the way through all the cells. Now, lights aren't necessary when you're starting seeds. They just need somewhere that's damp and warm. Right now in my grow room it's about 85, so that's a perfect little temperature for germination. Put the little dome lid on top and it creates almost a greenhouse effect over everything, and in about a day I can come back down here and you're going to see this all fogged up. It's going to be nice and warm and toasty. It's like a little sauna in there. Seedlings are going to love it. And most of these should sprout within 7 to 10 days. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Alright, so today is January 5th, 2020. The plants have been in the grow tent for 6 days now. As you can see, there's a lot of condensation built up under this dome, and that's exactly what we want. This is showing us that the seeds are cozy, moist, and warm, and this is the ideal situation for pepper seed germination. If you look closely, you can see that I already have a sprout poking out from the soil. This, I believe, is a jalapeno. So when you have that perfect moisture and heat scenario, oftentimes the seeds can push up a little earlier than that 7 to 10 day range. Today is day 6, like I say. And if we look closely throughout the other cells, we may be able to see some other seeds on the brink of pushing through the soil. Yep, here's one right here that should be poking through in the next 24 hours or so. Alright guys, so today is January 7th. And let's see what we have for sprouts today. And we got quite a few actually. And as you can see, that things are starting to happen here in the grow tray. Lots of sprouts. You can see a lot of the plants are coming up with this little helmet head thing, but that's perfectly fine. That one's gonna knock off on its own. You can see the leaves are like halfway out, like 3/4 of the way out, and they'll look like that one probably by tomorrow. So I'm not even going to touch it for now, but there are some on here that I might have to pull off manually, like those up there in the corner. Those look like the seeds are still completely covering the leaves, so I might have to manually remove those. I'll give those another day to see where they go, but this one is going to be fine. This one should just knock right off. I should just be able to touch that and should just be able to knock right off. But yeah, that will knock off on its own. I'm not worried about it. But you can see there's some more sprouts coming up. Alright guys, so here we are, day number 10 after I sowed in the seeds. And I got all my seedlings up, and they're looking good. They're just getting some nice light right now, early this morning on January 9th. In a couple weeks I'll be transferring them into their own little individual pots where they'll sit until the springtime, and I move them outside. So that's pretty much how you do it, from seed to sprout. And like I say, keep following my channel, hit that subscribe button, you'll get notified when the next video comes up in this series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.